But if they want another contender coming from Malaysia, and I'm not saying that this is something that they can, that it's how to say, that they will be doing, they so that ACD can keep their dream alive.
Yeah,
But
I mean, if it happens again, Aurora wins. Oh boy, that would be quite the story.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've seen that earlier, and it's tough. It's tough seeing from GLW. Like, Aurora Gaming is already on there. It's just GLW who's going for the chase. It seems like the chase is still on. They're in the back foot of every step that Aurora Gaming is doing. It's a good thing as well that ACD is just there. So if they survive longer, if they keep up their survivability, they might be able to pull it off. But right now, there's no more waiting. Let's bring it over into the flight. Seats, buckle your seat belts right now, because this is the final match for phase number 1. This is Nextera.
Yep. And by the end of this map, we are going to be arriving and touching down at our destination, which is phase 2. And out of the 18 teams, only 12 will earn the right to disembark. The rest will be unfortunately sent to a different part of phase 2. With that being said, fight path, this one slightly more skewed than the one we had prior. Now all eyes are on that hot drop. Is Aurora going to run into GOW? Doesn't seem to be the case. Both taking different spots.
Well, let's see now. Hot drops. Will it be happening once again? We've seen that in Deca Square, and whoever goes with Pride, I think, would be in a losing spot. Unfortunately, GLW would be heading into Boxing Gym right now, going against BTR, a team that you don't want to go against unless you have the weapon to show for it. And there goes Demon on the ground, and there's no fighting back. DN trying with his car, but hands in the backstab, but Dix is also waiting for him to pop off. Now, it's a 2v1 situation, or B2 situation, now that the pickup has been done, the players from BTR.
Yeah, with this age, GOW needs to fight for it, and being able to stave off BTR's assault for now is a good thing. They are going to be sending Dian far away to get those revives going. Fortunately, they weren't able to cash in on any points, because that would definitely help them. But at least they still have a fighting chance in this game. Demon trying to fight back, but Deeks just slightly better.
Oh, let's see now, GOW. Last leg, Dian. And if he can pick up like a few of those coins, get in the vending machine real quick, now being spotted, and that still saves them from relegation. But let's switch over to a different team. It's RRQ going against the VXKDC, and there goes the blue walls down. Dutz up close and personal with a max 7, and Uzi is down. Long Kong is on the ground. Winter might be next, and Pablo will be painting the floor once again. Only one remains, but who's knocking? It's PE Sports, and they might be able to take down the RQ.
LBT was able to find 18 Deer Ma'al on the run as well, with his tail between his legs. Dutz does come in and instantly blast down Nero. RQ not looking to relent. Dutz, can he do it against 2? This time it's too much for him. The rest of RQ get annihilated, so only Abai is left. Revive parachuting down to keep that run going.
Well, let's see now. Hopefully he gets a few more coins, or kept a few more coins, as well as find a vending machine. And there you go. Abai did manage to bring back Ma'al. And, well, the fight is still on. Now, Aurora Gaming, survivability has been done quite well earlier through aggression. Now they are being silent. Team Flash, though, is different. They want to make a lot of noise, and they want to deal with Magna Esports. But a close and personal get who almost taken down one player from Team Flash. But Drian will not be able to survive. Only one remains for Magna Esports. It's Winzy, and I don't think he will be able to take the win.
Yep. That's why he is going to try and get... Oh, never mind. They got a hit list on him. Can't even hide. Just have to trip mine. Can lay it on the ledge. Is it enough? God, does he see it? He's gonna run straight into it. It goes off, but just enough distance between him and the trip mine. So the God survives, and MBC does not. They are out. We're down the final 10 teams.
10 teams, and well, same story has been happening for Magna Esports. For gaming though, let's see. Oh, being avoided by AG Global, but the shots from afar. It's Barros who took down Lazrael. June has been knocked down and eliminated as well. And this is a place that you don't want to be. But I guess they've already done so much to get that 11th spot. But I think we want to see more from Aurora Gaming. But they need to deal with or escape from Brave United if they want to do so.
We had like 1-2 rounds of 1-2 maps of slow gameplay, and now everything speeds up. Aurora is gone, and now there's a chance for GOW. Not that it matters too much, but the less the team in the lobby, the better it is for GOW to catch up. They still haven't gotten any points yet, but in terms of placement points, they've already guaranteed at least one.
Well, let's see. I mean, 1 point, a few more elimination. Ian is going solo right now. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to pull up any glue walls, unable to save himself. And I don't think he did get a knock in there or a confirmed elimination. So, try even harder. Valiant effort coming from the team, but GOW need to hustle if they want to catch up.
It's really hard. Only 3 men left. They have some coins to work with. They should be able to get the revive going again, Ma'al. But it's the last leg. Team Flash has him in his crosshair. Here comes the revive again. ABCD gets 18 deer. Hit list played out. ABCD not able to get the finishers. Gonna use the valid dash. What a flick there from ABCD. That's gonna be 18 deer down, but does instantly get brought back by his teammate.
I was just, that's unbelievable how he has been taken down, shot in the foot, and still has been eliminated. But let's see though, battle that's happening in the island. Brave United against GOW Hands! Both of them knocking each other out, but there's no backup for the side of GOW. They are now in flight mode, not really in a fight mode. Thus, with one knock, they are trying to get away. This is not a way that you want to play right now, especially with this kind of need of points.
He did get brought back eventually, so at least it is not all doom and gloom for now. GOW are still in it. What a run so far. I mean, this is what's keeping things exciting, right? GOW consistently feeling like there is a chance there. Team Flash might have to feel the wrath of BTR. They do have the numbers. BTR trying to get into position, and Dix just plows through his target. Just like that, Team Flash are gone. They just got dismantled by BTR.
Oh my god. I mean, I don't know what position that has been taken by most of the players of Team Flash, but it's more of the angle that Joel has in there. Anyone who steps out of the door would be gunned down by a sniper, and BTR has someone from above as well who can force them out. So Team Flash really didn't know what hit them, and they now grab 10 elimination. Really looking forward to more from Bigatron by Vitality, a team that really excites me. I don't know what Chris Joe has done for the team, but I'm loving it.
Oh yeah. I mean, even BTR overall has been quite a pleasure to watch. I think ever since that EWC run that they had last year, BTR has definitely transformed for the better. GOW here meeting with heavy. Oh, can they pull it off? Def fails at that. I think they've at least gotten themselves no points at all after all that. That is kind of sad for GOW.
Yeah, I mean, the word would be disappointing because they're aiming for points. They're trying to go for the chase in the top 12, but they're not putting it up. It's the hesitation as well. We saw that earlier when they were chased. They're not regrouping and trying to prioritize and pick up. They're just going for survivability, but at least from a long range, go for a knock, go for those confirmation, elimination. At least rake up points to add up to the placement that you're gathering, because no question they can survive. We've seen that on the previous map. We're seeing it right now, part of the top 8, but I don't think it will last that long.
It really doesn't feel like it, honestly. They need eliminations. The lesser people in the lobby, sure, lesser threat to them, but also lesser points for them to pick up. A booyah is not enough. They need a booyah and a bit more. The bar, not really that high, you know, in essence. But because of these mass revives that they had to keep repeating, they might not have that. They might not have what it takes to win the whole round. Just have to see. PLS 1 and None both find one from RRQ.
2 down from RRQ. Dutz and 18 Deer, frontliners. So let's see if the sniper, as well as Abe, another frontliner, will be able to survive. Almost lands up PLS 1. VSK is deadly, especially on that elevation. But Wang M right now dealing with Maal, and great shot! Break down the blue walls, and I don't know if he even ADS in that. I think I don't know if you can hip fire from a woodpecker, but that's how it looked like.
Yeah, probably didn't. Either way, RQ down to the last legs. Probably won't get first place after this, but I think they still are in the running for Team of the Day as long as they make it to the final circle. BRU in prime position on their best map. With 8 eliminations, PE Sports around the corner, and GOW on the southwestern side.
Well, see, Rim United 8 elimination, Riptide Rhythm. And that's one thing, Riptide Rhythm doesn't break down blue walls anymore, that easily anymore. And that's where we see the flurry of blue wall melters before that skill will be activated. So with this distance and no one in the front lines, I don't think they can clear any of GOW yet, unless they are in good view, wherein a couple of Bremenite players will have a snipes on them. GOW getting into a compound where Heavy just jumped in, and this might spell trouble for them.
Another challenge presented to GOW. Can they overcome this? Heavy has been quite the nuisance to deal with. So far, no contact made just yet, but can't say the same for BTR, who just got annihilated by WAG on the other hand. BTR also living on the edge at this point. AG Global on the opposite side. Grenade launch is getting tossed out. WAG will have to stay safe. This is getting a bit too crowded for the amount of players we have.
Agreed. Two right now, far away from rest of the squad, and they're going for a pinch. But I don't know if they'll be able to pull it off successfully, because the team that is in front of them is Buriram United. Or I would say 4 teams. BRU, PE Sports, Heavy, and GOW. Everyone's waiting for that shrink from 3rd to 4th. And if there's a shift that will be happening, they want to be part of it. But I guess with this general area, that would be part of the next phase of the circle. So it's no trouble for who's already taking this real estate.
Yep, it is a bit of a stalemate for now. There's a part of the terrain that is basically not sort of inaccessible because of the fact that it's water. Joe actually got taken down as well. Shooting fish in the barrel, Koja comes back to life, able to somehow avoid getting shot down by Heavy, but now in probably one of the worst spots you could be in, with very little to work with. RRQ slowly sneaking out of their own compound to make a move. They even throw out the cryo mine, and AG makes quick work of WAG members, removing half of the roster. Abai comes in to intercept Ngan, and Abai will get what he wants.
Oh, Abai, confirmation is needed. Just to make sure it's not stolen away. There goes the Valiant Dash, but there's a lot of blue walls, and that stopped Abai and 18 Deer. They need to go for the other side, but glue walls has been set up on that area as well. Blockade by AG Global. I don't know how many of those glue walls has been used, but it is not for waste. They have stopped the rush by RRQ, which is a good story. They need to wait for the cooldown of all those skills that they've used.
Yeah. And GOW is still in it. Hope restored temporarily. Again, a couple of eliminations and a Booyah will solve the problem. It will help them complete what they came for. The chase after Aurora that didn't really go exactly the way that they wanted. Now they're given another chance. 6 teams remaining, the placement points is gonna give GOW a bit of the extra boost, but a couple more eliminations will solidify the odds.
Well, let's see though. Loving the position that they're taking. They're still part of next phase's circle, and they're in the great distance to take those shots. Now, if I'm mistaken, we just saw a couple of landmines being laid out by GOW. Great trap to be taking advantage of. But as we look into the other side, AG Global feeling all the shots from both sides. RQ and Buddha United, even GOW is chipping in. And I'm not quite sure if AG Global can survive this. Despite all of that, they're still up a full squad revival after a glue wall has been erected. Now, in a few seconds, we're going to see who's going to step in outside the compound to beat that shift of that circle.
About to be pandemonium. I mean, GOW, they've survived long enough on altitude to this point, but eventually they will be thrust into the waves, and they will have to swim against it. And this is going to be the true test. Cannot run away from it forever. AG Global decides to run into it towards BRU. Esports somewhere in the compound as well. It's not going to be the easiest fight to take on, but AG Global somehow was able to at least find a spot where they could set up shop.
Well, let's see though. Setting up shop, waiting, finding a better spot. It will be happening soon. Lightning Zone is just stopping everyone from stepping out so that they will not be receiving extra damage. Cryo Mind, Riptide Rhythm, just break down the barricades from Heavy, but I think that is lost on the skills. They don't have, or I don't think they will be able to use this monster truck. And they go for the launch pad, but the God Nade coming from Allen that bounce off the roof. Finish one off, and I don't know if they can survive because now they are targeted by a lot of teams. GOW are now left with only 2 players.
Oh man, they pull the trigger and it might end up costing them. Demon and Death, they have a target on the back. BRU knows where they are. The blue zone is closing in. This looks to end horribly. Death finds some respite, but if AG Global in the building, Demon is outside. They are split up. Every man for themselves. Cypher takes Demon out. And Death will have to face what he calls himself pretty soon. They all hop out from the building. Death actually fights 2. But he ends up bowing out. And I don't think that's enough for GOW. A valiant attempt that ended with them just centimeters from the finishing line. And even BRU are worse for wear. Wasana and Moshi left standing. It's PE Sports and RQ that look the best right now.
Let's see though. Now, GOW is out of the way. Let's focus on who are remaining. Battle's only remaining for AG Global. Bay managed to take down Wasana. And it's only Moshi remaining, who's very close to Siege 1. A battle of the sniper on up close and personal. Car 98, AWM, and hands up Moshi, but Siege 1 erected that blue wall. AG Global battle spin ticket out. And from afar, it's 18 tier and 249 domination. Not only breaking down the glue walls, but also beating down Buddha United. We're down to 2 teams. PE Sports with a full squad and 3 players from RQ. Goods has been damaged with a God Nade. The Bay tries to go in for rush. Nolan stops him. Steppy is saving them, and PE Sports is looking to get a booyah.
Yeah, and they are in the prime position to do so. 18 tier is Corral. He has Deuce with him. They have time for the inhaler. Now Deuce has to clutch it out. 1v3, not possible. PE Sports closes out the night with a booyah.
I'm really loving this kind of storyline. Well, let's see though. I still want to see if GOW has managed to get the points they need, but it's a good thing that after we talked about PE Sports earlier, now they are back on the board. Is this enough? No, they won't get it in top 12, but this is a good showing for them, a great motivation that there's still this kind of fire from PE Sports. They got one of the 24 booyahs in the first phase of the knockout stage. I'm loving that they're showing up this time around, Husky.
Yep, they did warm up. It took a bit long, but at least the run is not over for them just yet. They still have a chance to qualify into the grand finals And when you qualify into the grand finals, you are literally one step away from an EWC appearance. And it's honestly not that hard. Top 8 teams out of the 12 qualify for EWC. And even better yet, if EVOS is with the top 8, we get 9 slots. So, all they need to do right now is to focus on the second phase, which they can only play on week 4 with the leftover teams from week 3, and then get top 6. So there's plenty of chances for teams who didn't make it today to still get into the grand finals and get their slot at the Esports World Cup.
Yeah, definitely agree. I mean, again, from some of the intros that I have thrown out in there in the broadcast, there's no relegation yet. It's more of who gets an easier way into the each phase of our competition, of our knockout stage, as well as in point rush. That is what they're working in right now, as well as the team of the day, the extra 250 the team can get if they do better day after day. And I think we have a few teams that we have cited already, especially for today, that might be maintaining their spot at number 1 on that team of the day title for our last day of week 2.
And this is always good incentives for the teams to keep on doing their best, to keep on grinding, to keep on, soaring higher than they have ever been. Team of the day, it might not seem much, but not many, I think, teams and players or tournaments give you that opportunity, to give you that incentive, and I think this is what helps us continue to grow. Previously, we don't really have this kind of motivation, but now the teams are always looking for the next step. And even the team at the very bottom, we've seen them claw back, and very good example with Dragon Esports, right, from Saudi Arabia. Never heard of them, don't know what they do. Finished top 6 at the EWC finals. So anything can happen at this point. This is just phase 1. There's plenty of more to come.
Exactly. I mean, good thing that you pointed that out, because there's a lot of viewers out there who's really cheering on their team, especially if they will be part of the next level after this competition in Southeast Asia. So there's just so much of hype right now is being brought in, especially in the regionals. And I'm loving that even in Southeast Asia, there's not just one team that's dominating. Well, practically not just one team. They might not be showing up every day, but we are also seeing some rise of the underdogs. The dark horses is now being brought into the light. So that's the story that we want to see even further as we continue on the phases in the Southeast Asian region for FFWS Spring.
Yeah, and not to mention that we are also always expanding, right? Like we have FFMI coming up as well, and more regions joining the fray. It's only going to get bigger, and some of the seeds they have been building behind the scenes before those officially are even a thing. So now that they are a thing, it can only get more and more competitive. And I know we have a lot of fans out there, a lot of supporters who have been watching the Southeast Asian regionals, who've been hoping to get a chance to be a part of it. That chances that window has opened, right? It has come finally. So it can only mean one thing. We are going to have them pretty soon, and we're going to see them on the international stage very soon as well. And that means the competition can only get tougher from this point onwards.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, more regions being part of competition, it will be getting tougher. More teams moving up, similar to what we've seen right now. The next phases will be tougher in Southeast Asia. More players showing up differently, despite of not so much of tenure in the team, like what we've seen yesterday in China, like what we've seen with some of the shuffle from the other regions as well, from the other teams as well. And I'm loving this part of Free Fire. But let's go over the highlights and congratulate our MVP from this competition. Lao Ho with 4 elimination, 3,237 in damage, and VSK as a sniper of the team.
Lao Ho has quite been a staple of PE Sports, right? In times, there are times where PE Sports pops off. Lao Ho is one of the catalysts, and he's a. Sometimes it can feel like quite a shame that we don't talk about PE Sports and their key players as much, because sometimes we just see moments like these where they are at the bottom of the barrel. But Lao Ho one of the staples of PE Sports, one of the, I think, newer gens of the roster. It's been with them for, I think, a year now, or more than a year. And in highlight moments, you can always rely on him to deliver it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm loving how well he's handling those long range, and it's more of the adaptability of the teams as well. Yes, they're not winning all those fights, but how they adapt for each situation. That's what I love to see. But let's see though, in terms or in comparison for other teams, I don't see any differences. They're still using that Valiant Dash, that Skylar from that Riptide Rhythm from Skylar, as well as the basic therapy. It's the Steffi that is different coming from the support right here. Most of the time, the support will have a time turner to save whoever he needs to pick up. And with that Tiva, the pickup would be quite easy. But I did point out one thing about that Steffi that helps the team recover armor and HP as well, or reduces the damage from ammos. So I guess it's a good skill to use as a support.
Yep, absolutely. I think overall, this current meta, you know, the fact that we are looking back at the snipers being a more integral part of the roster because of, you know, the recent patch is great. It brings me back to the days back in 2022 in Bangkok, where Boshi was literally the key. He is the nail, he's the hammer, he is everything for BRU. And maybe we will see the snipers shine even brighter than before. But we will celebrate the booyah of PE Sports with 27 total points. BRU getting 20. GOW, they needed 15, 16, but they fall short, only getting 6 points. So pretty unfortunate there.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. I mean, it's a hesitation play. I know they're aiming for survivability similar to the previous map, but they know that it didn't work that well. They know that they didn't get that much point, and that only grew even larger towards this final moment. But there's no hurt. They will just be delayed in getting into phase 2. I think there's more chances of them learning from those mistakes. But today's standings, as well as a team of the day, it's Team Heavy right there on number 1 spot with 1 booyah, 70 elimination, and we know how well they survive to get to that final circle in most instances. So I'm really loving this team is popping off.
Yeah, it's pretty insane as well. I think, you know, for Heavy, because RQ looked good, but Heavy, they were the ones that silently remaining consistent. And here is the overall standing by the end of phase 1. Ooh. The teams highlighted in yellow are the ones who will be qualifying for next week to get that fast track ticket to potentially head into the grand finals, whereas the bottom 6 from GOW onwards all the way to Magna Esports 13 to 18, they will only be present in phase 2 on week 4, where they go for the final 6 slots.
I'm really loving that we have 2 Malaysian flags out there. Aurora Gaming, who was phenomenal for this day, by the way, and ACD, who did so much who has so much of fight. Last time we saw them, thus, despite of not playing for today, they still maintain the 12th spot. But let's not take away from those on the left side of the board. Brave United, 5 booyahs, as well as Bigatron by Vitality. They are the contenders. If in case this is the grand finals, they are the contenders for that champion rush. So please take note of that. Next one would be Team Falcons. And this, what happened in phase 1 is just a preview of what they can bring into the grand finals, where booyahs are important. But again, let's welcome and congratulate the team of the day, Team Heavy.
Yep, Team Heavy, team of the day, and getting that extra $250 on top for achieving this feat. Again, we said, ever since Heavy came back onto the regional stage, we know that they have been putting up quite a show, and has always remained in the conversation, especially when since the entry of Don't Cry, previously a veteran of PE Sports and going into Heavy, you can see the shift of Heavy heading in a good direction, and today they proved that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm really loving Mufasa is still taking lead. How would say the oldest member of Heavy is just something that we want to see more, but. There you have it, 6 matches and 6 days for phase 1. And I know everyone is eager to see who's going to go into the next match, but before we go in and end the day, we're going to go for the interview right now and hear what our Team of the Day winners has to say. So let's bring it over to our host.
Hello everyone, it's Yunsu here and we are proudly to announce to all of you that we are the team of the day. Let's welcome Team Heavy. And right next to me is Don't Cry and Alan from Heavy. So let's jump into our interview, shall we? Xin chào các bạn khán giả và vâng ạ, ngay bên cạnh tôi đây chính là đội tuyển Heavy và tất nhiên là ngày hôm nay chúng ta là team of the day của khu vực, rất là tự hào đúng không ạ? Và đây đó chính là Don't Cry và cũng như là Alan. Vậy thì bây giờ thì hãy cùng Yusun phỏng vấn hai người bạn của chúng ta một chút xíu nhé. So into our first questions, how do you guys feel right now after a very intense match today? And of course, you guys did a very great job with jumping from the top 16 to top 6 with 120 points in just one game day. Thì đến với câu hỏi đầu tiên là hôm nay cảm xúc của mọi người đã cảm thấy như thế nào vậy ạ? Và tất nhiên là đặc biệt với cú lội ngược pick moment that we feel that is very observed for our team is after 2 games we have gained 45 points. I mean, like, we have been through a lot, many difficulties, but at the end, it's still a very good result to us, so we are very happy about that. And the third question, okay, so with this big achievement, how do you guys would describe your opportunities with getting the gold tickets to the grand finals early? So what time would you guys be able to get into the finals early? Với cái màn bứt phá này thì các bạn đánh giá cơ hội giành tấm vé vàng vào chung kết dành cho Heavy thì nó sẽ rơi vào thời điểm nào vậy ạ?
Tấm vé vàng dành cho Heavy em nghĩ sẽ rơi vào khoảng tuần thi đấu tiếp theo và ngày đầu tiên.
Tuần thi đấu tiếp theo và ngày đầu tiên luôn. Wow, sao mà tự tin quá vậy ta? Chắc chắn 100% không?
Mọi người hãy cùng đón chờ Heavy ở tuần tiếp theo.
So he's very confident. I have to say, very be honest that we will get the early ticket to the grand finals at the next week on our first day. Very confident, right, you guys? So, last questions. Do you have anything you want to send to your viewers and especially to the Heavy fan as well? Bạn có lời nào muốn gửi đến các bạn khán giả cũng như đặc biệt hơn là fan hâm mộ của đội tuyển Heavy không ạ?
Mình thực sự biết ơn các bạn khi các bạn đã luôn ủng hộ Heavy trong hành trình thi đấu của bọn mình. Dù có những lúc bọn mình dường như là trùng xuống, nhưng mà nhờ có tinh thần cổ vũ của các bạn nên bọn mình vẫn tiếp tục chiến đấu để mạnh mẽ hơn.
I'm very grateful that we always have you guys follow and back up and of course support for us. So after everything we have been through, of course we have made a lot of mistakes, been through many difficulties, but you guys are still here and support for us. So thank you a lot for that. Well, this is the end of our interview. Once again, congratulations to Heavy for being the team of the day today. We'll see you guys again next time. Goodbye. Cảm ơn các bạn khán giả rất là nhiều vì đã lắng nghe. Và một lần nữa xin được chúc mừng đội tuyển Heavy đã xuất sắc trở thành team of the day ngày hôm nay của chúng ta. Bây giờ thì buổi phỏng vấn đã kết thúc rồi, chúng ta cùng quay lại với bàn caster thôi nhé.
Thank you very much to Yun Sol and of course the players of Heavy. It's not an easy journey, right?
Yeah.
Some of them newer to the scene, some of them have been with different rosters, but what's important is that they stayed and they kept on fighting. That's why they are the team of the day today. And best part of it, we're gonna see them next week as well, fighting in the first 3 days of phase 2.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to what they are going to bring into the table by next week, because that record is just phenomenal for this team. But that is it. 6 matches for today and end of phase 1. Once again, I'm Neptune the Gentleman Garcia, joined by my nephew Husky. We bid everyone goodbye and good night. See you again next week.